Hello students, today we are going to discuss a new poem from your textbook, that is The Lake Isle of Innisfree. Before we go into the poem, let us learn about something about the poet. The poet here is William Butler Yeats. William Butler Yeats was born on 13th January 1865 and died on 20th January 1939. He was an Irish poet and one of the foremost figures of 20th century literature. Yeats was born in Sedimont, a place in Ireland, where he was being educated, and later part he went to London for carrying on his studies. He spent his childhood in a county called Sligo and studied poetry from his early age. His earliest volume of verse was published in 1889, and its slow-paced and lyrical poems displays depths to Edmund Spenser and P.B. Shelley, who were also very great literary persons of that age. In 1923, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. So let's move on to the poem and listen to it.
The Lake Isle of Innisfree by William Butler Yeats. I will arise and go now, and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin builder of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee-loud glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the vales of morning to where the cricket sings. There midnight's all a glimmer, and noon's a purple glow, and evening full of the linnet's wings. I will arise and go now, for all was night and day. I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. When I stand on the roadway or on the pavements grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core.
Now let's understand the poem. In the first stanza, the poet says, he will arise and go now, and go to Innisfree, and build a small cabin there. So he wants to go to Innisfree, where he spent his childhood days, and he wanted to go there and build a small cabin out of clay and wattles. Clay and wattles are materials used for building huts. As he will be staying there alone, so he wants to grow some beans there, and he would rear bees for honey. He will be having beehive, and he would like to be there in the bee loud glade. Glade is a place, an open place before you, in front of your house. So he wants to be there alone with his bees. He wants to go there because he thinks and he feels that there is very much peace there in Innisfree. He feels that peace comes through the veils of the morning. Veil is a cloth the women used to cover their head. So he describes the morning covered with fog and dew as a veil that covers the sun, and to where the cricket sings. Crickets are insects that sings or make sounds in the evening. So he wants to spend the entire day in a peaceful and calm nature. And he says that midnight's all a glimmer. That means at the midnight also there is a faint or very light, very small amount of light, maybe from the moon, makes the place enlightened. He also wants to be there because they're full of linnet wings, because the small linnet birds, they fly, and while they fly, the feather drop down, and that brings peace to the mind of the poet. He also wants to go there because every day and night he could hear in his heart core the lapping sound of the water at the shore of the lake. So, being on the pavement of city of London, it reminds him of the peace and tranquility that prevails in the Lake Isle of Innisfree. Meaning of some difficult words are given in the pictures. This is wattle and clay. This is glade and open space. This is veil that is used to cover the head by the woman. This is the insect that sings in the evening, cricket. This is the small linnet bird, and this is the lapping sound of water.